Welcome back, guys, to This and Much More. I'm Evelyn, and my co-host is
Rollie Vogues.
And our special guest today is
Yvonne,
a guest that we've had on our list since like day one.
Yeah, since day one. Yeah, pretty much. Because whenever we started the podcast, like we we always tell everybody we had like a list of like two tiers, right? Like the easy to get guest and then the harder to get guest. And
what was I on?
You were on the harder to get guest, you know. Just because I knew you're kind of like a staple here in Houston, you know. So I felt like, and we didn't want to reach out until we had like enough traction to
or
where
something that we could like offer you in return, you know. I mean, obviously we don't have as many followers as you have, you know, but it's just I feel like right now we have like a little bit of subscribers, a good amount of following, like on TikTok, Instagram,
and that's all I think that you need.
We try to stay consistent, so that's what we want to offer like our guests, because it's not like, oh, just come on here and just talk for nothing, you know what I mean? So you were on that list. Right?
Yeah.
So then we also seen you with Put's podcast. Yeah. And that's when I was listening to it, and I was listening how you're talking about like the Beyonce song. And then that day I was with Lucia, I think Jessie and Lucia from hip hop. Mm-hmm. And that night I ended up dreaming about you that we were like scheduling you for like the podcast, but you weren't scheduled yet, right? She wasn't scheduled.
I don't know actually. Maybe.
That was a thought.
Well, we had already been.
Yeah, we had already reached out. And then I remember that he was like, oh my God, I paid her. And I'm like, what? Why did you pay her? Because I was like, we're like wanting to get guests like that
organically.
Yeah. So in my dream, he had paid you. And I was like, why did you pay her? But he's like, and I woke up and I was like, oh, I guess I was just dreaming.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited to have
you
on.
How much did you pay me?
It was just $75.
It was out of my hands. I don't know. But so how's your week been, or what were you up to today?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me.
No, you're right.
I appreciate it. Sorry I was late.
No, you're fine.
Sorry I was on that list. Next time I'll try to be on the other list, the easy to get. Because I'm pretty much easy to get, but I'm just a lot like busy, especially right now this season. My week has been crazy. So we're 34 days probably away from like my big event that I have every year for the last 8 years. And it's a lot up and down emotions, just business. It's just trying to like get sponsors to spend some dollars on us. And yeah, it's been a lot. But I knew that I was going to be here on Friday. So I kind of left home early. I have a wrinkled shirt because I've been in it all day. But yeah.
Yeah, because I did see that you said that it was Friday, but you're like, oh, it's like a Monday for me because you're always working. Yeah, because I see you like you're always just on the go.
It seems like that, right?
Yeah. But on your social media, yeah.
Am I really? Okay, I guess I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. But I'm also after today, like after this, I want to turn off. I think that I told my husband, like, I think I'm gonna get away from like my phone. And while I was on the phone, I was literally doing something. He's like, "Are you working on Spoiled Latina?" And I go, "Yeah." No, I didn't answer. And he's like, "I'm gonna call you back." And I'm like, "Wait, what are you doing?" But I was literally working, so I have to turn off. So yeah.
Do you have like an assistant or anything?
I have friends, and not a yes and no. So no.
Not like a full time.
Yeah, like I have some that are working specifically on the summit that are like executive assistants there. Maybe like Carla is now like his sister is kind of like turning into one. But yeah, it's me.
So like you run everything.
It's hard.
So it's
cool.
So Spoiled Latina that's like your brand.
Yeah.
But that's you.
Yeah. But see, that started a long time ago. So y'all are seeing the now, right? Like I was just talking to him in the car how I've been doing this for a long time. I started my blog in 2008. It was in the middle of like I got married in 2006. So I'm old. I got married in 2006. And it was during the time where I was behind the scenes working for my husband's record label and doing all of that. Then I kind of wanted to be behind the scenes, not behind his scenes, but I wanted to do my own work, right? And so I started my own blog, and then just started writing about everything. So it was like a podcast, but like online. So I was just writing about
that's what it was like back
back
in the day,
Twitter,
yeah.
And So yeah, I was just writing things, and I liked creating like the page. I was doing everything hands-on since then. And then that was 2008, 2009. Like, so between 2008 and 2013, I also wanted to take it, like, to see what I could do in the blogger world, because I started seeing that there was like money, dollars involved, and where you could be yourself, and kind of make a living. And so I was going to different conferences outside of Texas, investing in myself, you know, and telling my husband,
you had to pay for those?
Yeah, you have to pay for your flight to go. You have to pay for your hotel because it's at a hotel, and then you're there for like 3 or 4 days. But sometimes, and a lot of the times for me, I was a beginning blogger and getting to know like the people who are creating these conferences, and they would say, "Hey, United is a sponsor of ours. We'll pay you for your flight, and we'll give you a ticket to the event. Just come out, and you just have to create content for United." And, you know, so I'm like, yeah, bet, I'm there. But also I was wanting to like meet everyone outside of United. I wanted to meet the other brands that were there. And I saw that it was just like the beginning of like the Latin takeover. It was way back then, but it was still the beginning of, because it takes time. Like we're not just popping. We weren't popping 10 years ago. But anyway, so I did that. In 2013, I got hired by a brand, a pretty large brand. I was working for Hennessy. Oh, okay. And I was the ambassador for Hennessy. They picked 4 people in the United States to represent the brand, which was Miami, New York, LA, and Houston. And so I was the Houston girl. Yeah. Oh, okay. And it was like Team Hennessy Latino. So it was my job to find like the Latino who was making moves, you know,
here in Houston.
Yeah. And going out and doing a dinner. So if I saw you guys, if you guys were there back then, I would have identified y'all and said, you know what, I see you guys have this podcast. Let's celebrate you guys because y'all are changing the game, or, you know, just different ways that I saw that you guys were doing it. Celebrate you guys. I'd have you and 20 other people buy out drinks, buy your food, but also push the messaging behind the brand and getting you acquainted to like what it is. So that way next time you can go and say, you know what, I tried that Hennessy, whatever, and you buy it at the next stop. And then you just drink it, and then you just become like, oh, Spoiled Latina put me on.
Was that like your first biggest brand?
Probably, yeah. That was like my first, I think it was 10 years ago, 2013, exactly 10 years ago that I got hired. It was like a friend of mine now who's like now it's full circle because he's now like my manager. But he's the one that said, he reached out to me and he's like, hey, Yvonne, Crown Royal or a brand is doing an event and they are looking for a judge for something. And I'm like, okay, well, are they paying? And he said, no, they're not, but it's good. And I'm like, call me when they're like wanting to pay. I think now I really want to get paid on stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, bet. So then he calls me like a week later. He's like, hey, I just had a meeting with these people and they're looking for a Latin ambassador. Like, would you be down? Oh. And I said, yeah. But at one of these conferences, like a couple of months before that, I was in Miami talking to these people. And it's like at this conferences, there's agencies, there's brands, there's just different people there that you want to connect with. And there was this guy who worked for this agency in Austin. His client was Moet Hennessy. And he started saying, yeah, they run this ambassador thing and they're getting paid this and they just have fun and they're, you know, representing the culture. I'm like, I'd love to do that.
I want that.
Yeah. And I think I manifested it. I'm like, I want that. Not that I just said it. I drank Hennessy. I think that's even how that conversation started. It was like, I ordered a Hennessy and everybody else was drinking something else. I was the only ghetto girl. You know? And no, it's not ghetto. It's from
Do you
France.
still drink it?
Yeah. But right now, I cannot say that out loud. I'm signed to another brand. But yes, I do drink.
Okay. But, you know, like whenever you're like, oh, are they paying?
Can this come out after July 1st?
You want it to come out after July 1st?
If you can, just for that.
Yeah.
They can, right?
We can make it to drop the week that we leave to California.
Okay.
And then it'll be the week before the summit.
Yeah, it'll be the week. Yeah, it'll be the week before. Yeah.
But that part where you're like, oh, are they paying? Like, how did you get to the point where you feel like confident enough to be like, oh, I want to get paid for it, and not just take the opportunities as they come?
Well, because I was already like getting sent product, or people were already offering to pay me $150, $200 for something. So I knew that there was, and because I know I don't know. I've always seen it. My mom used to work in the radio station.
That's not the alarm.
Oh, sorry. So
okay.
Actually, that's our son's bedtime.
Yeah. He's not here. He's not here. Oh, cute. Where does he go on Fridays? Your mom's?
He's at his mom. He's at the ranchito.
I love that.
He's over there.
I love that for him. What was it? Okay, so how was it that I became confident? It's that. It's like finally just, I don't know.
Do you feel like it was because you had already invested in yourself so much?
Yes, I went to conferences. I learned that there's money out there. These brands do have money. Like it's Crown Royal. Like why wouldn't they have money?
Yeah,
they're a huge, large brand. They should give me at least $50. You know, offer
to go
me something.
Judge, right?
Yeah, I have to drive there. I have to find an outfit. I have to put my makeup on. I have to leave my house for 4-6 hours. It's a lot.
Yeah. And so I was gonna ask you too. So whenever you started like investing in yourself and leaving out of town for like these conferences, because you only have one son, right?
Yeah, but I didn't have a son at the time.
Okay, I was gonna ask. Because I feel like for me it's hard to like get up and go with my son.
Yeah, but
you know?
But he was 3 when I got my job, so now he's 13. It was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was gone a lot because I traveled a lot. Like when I worked with them, they took us to France and to go see where Hennessy was made. So I was gone for like a week and a half.
How did you deal with that? Like
FaceTime. It was hard. Like there's so many pictures in my phone where I'm somewhere and my son is like on the other side of the phone, like and I just screenshot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was hard. So when I decided to leave that space, I haven't gone back to like do that, but I still like work with them. So I'm still like more lifestyle.
Do you feel
them.
like your husband helped a lot?
Oh my God. He's amazing. Yeah. And it's good to have support because he does, like, he wakes up early. He's always been like that. He wakes up super early. If he would have been here, he totally would have told you his story. He like, I worked at night. Mm-hmm. Like I was out at night, so I didn't get home till late. So he took the waking up, you know, making him breakfast, getting him ready. And I would do the afternoon, like the picking him up and all that. Mm-hmm. Because, yeah. And he still does that, like, to this day. Like, that's just how we just roll.
Yeah, I mean, like, it works being for us. A dad, like, at the end of the day. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's like that. Like, and a lot of the moms just take the full-time mom role when in reality it's like 2 parents. When, you know, we're blessed to have 2 parents, you know?
Yeah, and then both of you guys are, like, to have y'all's businesses, right? So it's like, in a way, you have to, like, both regulate each other's times and just like, you know, deal with
literally with today right now. I called him at 6 because I was supposed to be at 7. So I'm like, where are you at? And he said, I'm at, like, he sounded like he was about to have a beer or something. And he said he was where he was. And then I said, so you're not coming with me? Because I really wanted him to come. I thought you guys were a couple. Like, I could bring my couple. You know, and it would have been this whole little double date.
That would have been cool.
But he was like, well, who's going to go pick up Anthony? Because Anthony's playing basketball and he has his own life. And so I'm like, okay, fine. Let me call JC, see if JC can row. And so JC came by.
Shout out JC.
Shout out JC off camera.
We told him we actually need to have him on here.
You should,
because we don't
super dope.
We haven't had a graphic designer, so
but he's not just a graphic.
Yeah. He was selling.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's like a what do you say, cultural creator too, because you create culture for us in a different space, like it. Yeah, come over here. No, but JC's cool. He does a lot of my artwork, and I don't even know where we met. How did we meet? We don't know, but we're working together. We even office together now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Cool.
But my husband and I, like, we just, what do? We just manage our time. Yeah, it's just like, can you do it? I can do it. Like.
Yeah. And do you feel like, you know how you said at first he had whatever he had going on, and you were just like, nah, I don't want to be like, you didn't want to be.
And people thought that I was there for just like, to be there, like you know, like there.
That's the wife, like that.
Yeah, like, well, that's that, and then like she wants something out of it, or like, and it's like I had to make my own lane. I tried to back out so I could slide in, and then it was Yvonne, because people don't know. It was like, you know, it was his wife. It was whatever. So that culture knows me. That's 10 years ago. 15. I've been married for 17 years. So that, long ago. Like,
Yeah.
they know me. It's like I have to reintroduce myself to, like, the 10 year ago and then, like, the now. Because people just see now, but they don't know, like, there's so many years ago.
Because for us, it was like that. Where I was the creative one. I was the one that was out and about in the events and stuff and just meeting people. And so a lot of people would just meet her and be like, oh, it's my wife, you know, or whatever. Or, oh, is that your wife? Like... But you never had like the name, right?
Yeah,
like
no.
your name. Like people didn't know you like that. They were just, oh, that's Rollie's wife or whatever, you know.
But why? You could have just said I'm, and then told him, like, call me by my name.
Well,
That's what I mean. Like introducing her, that would be a regular thing. But now it's like, oh, it's Evelin and Rollie, like, or she can go out and about by herself and.
But back then
much.
it was more because I've never really been like a big person to be on social media. Like I'm always just like, I don't care. You know?
I mean, sometimes I've gotten to the point where I don't care, but I feel like I have to post something. I'm like, right here. Let me
no,
post
you have to stay active.
No, but it's so like exhausting sometimes.
No, and for me it was like I liked seeing him being the creative person, you know. I never really cared, like, oh, he'd be like, oh, this is my wife. I'm like, oh, I'm Evelyn, whatever, right? Now it's like, we have the podcast, so it's the both of us together. I have my own brand, and then I have another podcast under this with my friend. So it's just, I feel like now I'm a little bit more out there.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
But still, it's just like...
Yeah, because, I mean, you're still your own person.
Yeah.
It's just your way of, like, doing your thing. Sometimes I want to talk to a girl, you know, not just my husband all the time. So I get it. Like, it's good to be your own person.
So how do you feel like when you wake up? What's like your day to? What is it?
Day to day.
My day to day is different every day, but I know that Dash got it covered in the morning. But yeah, it's like go to the office. Right now, my day to day is leading up to the summit is what it's looking like. You know, what does the event look like? What's the floor plan? What's the theme? What is the experience for folks when they walk in? Who are the sponsors? Where are we getting money? You know, how are we going to pay for this?
Yeah, because that's what I was going to ask you. Like, how do you even go about that? Like,
it's a lot. Yeah, it's we were talking about that too also in the car. It's a lot. You know, you got to it's baby steps. It's years of, well, not years because some people get it really easy, right? Yeah. But it's really like going out and meeting people.
Yeah.
And like really following up. The follow-up of when they introduce them, it's like the follow-up is like essential because that's, if they're not going to reach out to you, you got to reach out to them. Just say, hey, so glad I met you. Like, let's see if, you know, what you working on that I can help you with. You know, what goals do you have that I can help meet? Yeah. Basically, what do you have going on that I can help? Because I'm doing a lot. So let's figure it out together.
Yeah, you know, when I was younger, I would meet people and I would be like, okay, this person I want to meet, right? And then I would go up to them, introduce myself, but I had nothing to offer at the time, or it's just like okay, as long as he knows me now, a year later, I'll probably hit him up. But it's like, I mean, what's that gonna do? In a year, he's probably already forgotten about me.
See,
but now it's like, okay, now I can like, ¿cómo se dice? Like,
keep the
confidently like go up to people and just, I know I have a backing of a bunch of stuff that I can offer.
Now you feel confident. Yeah,
so
it takes a while to build confidence. You know.
Yeah.
It's like baby steps. When you start learning, you like get to walk, and I mean it's weird to say that, but it's true. It's like it is baby steps.
Yeah, like honestly, I feel like with you, we took baby steps, which is so funny because we've had like Steve-O had reached out to us, right? And he's like, hey, you know, my girl Yvonne, da 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 da. And then we're like, we actually sent her a message already. And then we had Jesse, and he's like, hey, I have Yvonne's number if y'all want to get her on. I'm like, well, we actually had sent her a message already, right?
Yeah.
We had like a few people that were like, man,
Jennifer
too. They're like, man, yeah, we can get y'all like connected with her. But we really wanted it to be organically, like where it was like us, you know, reaching out to you and getting you on here and then just being able to have this connection and the conversation, you know.
You know, that's actually something I want to ask you. Like, what are your thoughts on not using people, but like if you know this person can connect it with that person, are you gonna take that like opportunity and tell them?
And tell them what? Like
tell them like, hey, can you connect me with so and so?
We do it all the time.
Because
people that really want to see you win will help you win because everyone's different. I'm not gonna take anything from y'all because first of all, my podcast is non-active, right now.
Well, I was
you know what I mean?
I saw it
so
on
it's like
Spotify.
no me quita nada, like giving you a contact, because you're probably more than likely not gonna do it like I am, and you're doing a whole different thing, and you have a whole different following, and you have like, it's. I just got the contact for Essentia water today, and I'm like, hey, I got Essentia for your next event, like. Yeah, that's how we grow, you know?
Helping each other.
You want people to, like, see you and, like, you know, like, just, why do you want, like, broke friends or, like, people who are not, you know what I mean? You want everybody to win. And if I'm not doing what he does. He throws these cool parties. They need water, you know? Yeah. So why can't I, like, be that person? Like, no me quita nada.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So, yeah, but some people don't like to do that.
Yeah,
I get it.
Because some people, I feel like,
but they don't have that same mental, like they don't think past themselves. I think there's been so many opportunities missed by people thinking selfishly instead of like the bigger picture. There's I could think of so many scenarios.
Yeah, because I think for us, like, I see, like, with you, that we had people were like, oh, we can connect y'all. But I feel like since we already had that, like, okay, we can do it ourselves. Yeah. Then we wanted to do that, right? Yeah. And but I feel like with you, it's just, that's what you meant, right? Like, organically.
Yeah, organically. Like, no, but because the thing with them is they all offered.
Yeah, they
offered. So it's like good to take that, you know. But
that's nice.
There's times where but there's times where like I don't want to ask, like, even though I know.
Yeah, we never
people, like,
don't like we like Steve-O, like with Chameleonaire, right? Like the connection's there, and he's like somebody that eventually we would want to get, but it's not like we're gonna go and be like, hey, can you help us get so and so? You know, because Steve-O,
I know Chameleonaire too, but I don't know if I can get him on.
Yeah, I know he's like like not active like
that. But he's super cool in the tech world. Like, if y'all follow what he does, like he's super cool in that space. And see, so like, he might recognize your like at name. If you just, I don't
know, maybe I downloaded his app and everything. Well, like a long time ago. Combos.
No, but he has another one like to invest. So it's really cool. The last thing I heard was, it's an app where creators or something go, but then there's also investors. So you talk about what you need, and then there's an investor that says, "Hey, let's."
Or like an angel investor or something.
Sí, algo así.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
But let's go on a quick break. Alarm went off already, so we'll be right back.
That's Chica Rivera. That's crazy. I saw that she came last year. Yeah, that was pretty dope.
So cool. Yeah, she's so nice.
How did you even connect like with her?
So earlier when you said something about like, how do I feel about reaching out to somebody and asking them to connect you? So one of my events. When I had Becky G, I reached out to this girl. Oh, because
you did have her before, right?
Before Chiquis.
Before Chiquis, yeah.
And they're like best friends, right?
So Becky's photographer
is married to...
Or
they're engaged. They're engaged.
Yeah, so that's... but I'm sure they're like really good friends. I don't know. But that connection through Becky was made through somebody that I was like, hey... I see that like y'all follow each other, or you know your husband knows her dude. Is there any way that you can hook it up? She's like, yeah. Text me what you want me to say? And so I'm like, okay. So I create the text like, hey, my girl Yvonne is having this event in Houston. We'd love for you to have you. So she copied and pasted to Becky, and Becky was like, I'd love to do it. I want to be there. You know. So she arranged it and she came. So we did that. But she hooked it up. So it's people really wanting to, see you. The thing was that she did, I verbally expressed, like, thank you that it happened. But it's always, you have to ask. Like, if whoever doesn't ask, you just never know what your answer will be.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah, so I asked, and Becky came, and it was awesome. And
do you feel like that, having her opened, like, more doors for you?
Yes.
For your event.
Yeah, for the summit, it's definitely grown. Yeah. I mean, who
else
has
Becky G?
Yeah, like I say that.
Even then, what's her name prior to that too?
Yeah, Suzette Quintanilla came.
Okay, yeah.
So I've had like amazing names. I'm not taking nothing from Becky. Becky was as amazing. She's right there. Hey, Beck. But I've been working like so hard to like I feel like I had to build my name also to go approach her. Yeah,
you approached her knowing that you had something to offer.
I couldn't have in the very first one. I have to build it. As much as like I would love to have these all. I want Karol G. I want J-Lo my 10th year. I have to prove myself. So that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I'm still in the
growing.
Yeah. And it's the second annual summit now because it's a 2-day event where it was just a day event for like 4 or 5 hours, and that was still a big deal. But yeah, no, she was cool, but so was Chickies last year. She was amazing and funny. But yeah, I don't know why I said like that. Funny. Yeah.
So what brought up like the event? Like what inspired you to even start it, or just like?
So going to these conferences and wondering why wasn't it happening in Houston? Like why was it, so and so in Houston, or why was I having to come into Miami to do this? Yeah. So in 2015, after working for Hennessy for a couple of years, I was also celebrating my blog's 7-year anniversary. It was the first. Topshop had just opened in the Galleria. And their first event was my event. So I had Hennessy there. And it was like my blog 7-year anniversary. That happened. So 2015, I was celebrating my blog 7-year anniversary. I met the mayor. At Hennessy, we would do tons of parties for different people. We threw a party for Jose Altuve. I met the mayor, people there. When I had my blog anniversary, I invited him to come. Well, he's like, hey, I'm going to give you a proclamation. I'm like, what? I don't even know what that means. And he showed up with like a proclamation, like it's like your day. And I was like, oh shoot, like, because he's like, send me your bio. And right now, if you look at my thing, it literally, I thought they were gonna fix something up for the bio and make it look nicer, but they literally copied and pasted whatever I sent in. So it's like a little weird, but it's an awesome proclamation. Yeah, like it's an honor to have a day in Houston, and I'm not even from here, but I feel like I worked hard. No, I'm from the Valley. But I'm from Houston. I've been here for 22 years. I'm from here. No, but yeah, so I got a day. And then my first anniversary for the year, I was like, hey, for the day, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to celebrate it. But then, so I thought back at these events. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to do that. I was already working with Hennessy. Like, let me get some free champagne. So I got champagne donated. Telemundo showed up. My friend... I haven't talked to him in years, but DLG Ice Factory, he made me a big old high heel ice sculpture. Yeah. I had all laundry detergent. I asked them for money. I was like, hey, like I'm doing an event. I think I asked them for $5,000. I got $5,000 and they sent me like 75 bottles of all laundry detergent. So everybody came and spoiled themselves and then left with like a laundry detergent so they can go wash. But it was like super cool because I got money and it was like starting a thing, and I had panelists, and I had Joy Sewing from the Houston Chronicle. She's like the fashion editor. She was my first keynote. And there was just like a little mercado happening, like, free food, free drinks, because I love free food and free drinks. If I'm going to buy a ticket, I don't
like
want
the vendors, right?
Comida.
Oh, comida.
Yeah, like at my event, you pay a ticket and you drink and eat for free all day long, like liquor and water and sodas and whatever. I just feel like if you're gonna pay something, for me, that's my way of like, come spoil yourself.
Yeah. What about the vendors? Because I seen that you were taking.
So we have small business vendors. Oh, okay. Yes. So that's my way of like, if I'm gonna have all these people here, why not have like people buying stuff too from them? So we have 44 vendors at the summit coming up in July. I can't believe it. But we have a 20,000 square foot space that we're converting into like a Texican Barbie vibes. So like the rodeo, but like Texican, but like Barbie. But like.
And the movie's coming out.
Yeah. I'm trying to get them to come. So yeah, stuff like that.
So do you have like the guest speaker yet?
My big one?
Yeah.
Or you haven't announced it?
Haven't announced it. I'm still like
rotating,
juggling. It's like a process. Yeah. It's like you're gonna come or you're gonna come or you're gonna come. Like what you want to do?
Yeah. Do you have to pay them, or it depends?
It depends
who it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And do you go through their manager or it's just like a direct
Well,
contact?
like with Becky was through this girl with Chiquis. How was it? Chiquis. I think I sent I don't know how that happened. I think I must have sent her a DM or sent somebody a DM. I have no idea, but she loved it too. She was like, yeah, like, let me see. I think I'm in Texas. Let me see if I can work it out. And we worked it out. It was awesome. With Suzette. So I did a lot of like, as a blogger, my thing was fashion, beauty, entertainment. So anything that was coming out was like a big movie premiere or like red carpet for the Grammys. I wanted to be there, and I liked to do that. So I went to the Latin billboards. I went to the Selena festival press release, and I had met Suzette there.
Yeah.
I think I met her there. And no, I also sold my merch when I first started selling merch at the Selena Festival.
Oh, okay.
And I met tons of spoiled Latinas and Jefita Bonitas over there. They're like, oh my God, I love this. And so it was so good to like just be outside of Houston doing that. And then that's where I was born. But anyway, so I met her doing stuff like that, like putting myself out there.
So the connection was there. Right?
Yeah.
In a way.
And I reached out, and she's like, Yvonne, like protect me, because I don't do a lot of this stuff. So I was careful on what I asked her. You know, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
You know, they're also coming on here on like good faith that it's a safe space.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you never want to invite somebody over to something and then just like bash them and
No,
be like,
yeah. No, I like to, even with my panelists, you know, I'm like, hey, if there's anything, just like you guys, is there anything that you want me to ask or not? But also help me curate the questions for you, so that way we don't just go off topic.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
yeah. Like for us, that's why we were like, it's more of a casual conversation, because we've had like episodes where we're like, the first, break is like the first segment is literally nothing but food, but it's just, you're getting to know somebody based off food. Right? Like, it's just.
Yeah, we usually just talk about like food trucks and stuff, like, because everybody's local, so we're just talking about like where they're from.
That was in the beginning of y'all's podcast?
Yeah, like even like the last one.
Well, some episodes go like that.
Episodes,
we have like our topics, but we have these just because we never know how our guest is going to respond, because what if they're like, yeah. So we're
that
like,
would have been Dash.
Oh, for
really? Dash doesn't elaborate. And I'm like, boy, keep going. Like, that sounded good. What?
Yeah, so that's why we have like, because for me it's more, I feel like I can conversate and it's just like, I can talk forever, So I feel like it's easier. And then we have the topics because these are points we want to hit so that the viewers can see.
Yeah, totally.
So,
yeah. But one thing I want to ask about is your son, right? So it's like, it's cool because we've talked about it too, how our son is growing up watching us work in a creative space. So it's like, how is that for you? Like, that your son is growing up, like meeting celebrities and just going to these events and getting like access that other kids don't have.
Now he's like, how much are you getting paid to go? And I'm like, like, why do I have to leave? He's like basically asking like now he's like, why do you have to leave? Like, how much are they paying you to be there?
Is it worth leaving?
Is it worth leaving me? Yes. So I'm very picky now, like what I do. So that's why it took forever to get here. I picked the last date on y'all's choices, and it's here. No, I'm just kidding. No, but he was little. He was 3 when it all started. When I started doing it, he's cool. He's older now. He's not in that space that much because we don't do as much. When I was working with Ciroc and doing that, like French Montana was around, Drake was, there was, a lot of things were happening. So now nothing. We just go to concerts. We don't do backstage hardly. We're just more like, let's go watch the concert and chill.
Like something normal, yeah.
Yeah, but he still is like, don't ever sit me up there. And I'm like, dang. Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like with our son, like he sees the room, and we've had him like just for like a little segment, right? Just
something chill.
And it's just so he can see like that there is more than just like the
being behind a desk.
Yeah, the 9 to 5,
working for someone. Yeah,
just creating that creative space for him. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Anthony wants to be a singer. He wants to rap. He doesn't want to do like a normal thing. He's like, do I have to go to college? I'm like, yeah, I need you to do something because you're like, what if it doesn't happen? Yeah. You know how many people want to rap right now, Anthony? Like,
when don't they though? Like, there's always one.
There was always, No, for sure.
They say the same thing about podcasts. They're like, man, we get that.
Back then, used to be everybody wanted to be a
God.
blogger and a model because I used to do the video shoots, so everybody wanted to be a model.
Yeah,
And
we
then-
get those comments all the time.
I know, like
No.
literally somebody we had with my other podcast, my friend, she's on DACA, and she said that she wanted to marry somebody with papers. She's already engaged, right? Like, she's been in a relationship for 5 years, but that was something that she wanted. And like a Mexican, So Mexico or something like that page has like 2 million followers, reposted that clip. Oh my God, so many negative comments and like just super bad, right?
Yeah.
But
They reposted y'all's?
yeah.
Good job.
Yeah,
it's good.
yeah.
It's good for
2
us.
pages-
That's why I want to see what y'all post before y'all post it.
Yeah, like 2 pages reposted it, but she's very like strong-minded, so she's like, I don't care,
Whatever.
you know,
Yeah.
because I was
You
like,
have to be
yeah,
when you start saying stuff.
tell him,
Yeah, because right now we do get like positive comments and then the negative. It's not too many comments to where I can like respond if I want to, you know. But there's gonna be a time when it's just like flooded with like comments, and I'm just not gonna be able to respond to everybody. And that's when you kind of have to like build a strong like mentality and
at
just
every
like
next level, there's a new devil. Okay.
Oh, that's a
Somebody's
good
trying
one.
to put
I've
you
never heard
down,
that.
so just
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
You know, you're just gonna try to get going.
No,
I'll make
that's
that a
true.
clip, you know.
Yeah. So how was for you? Like, what were like did you ever get negative
Or
feedback?
did you ever
Oh my
hear
God.
anything?
I don't think a lot of people like me. I feel
Really?
like it's so weird. I think they have me misconfused. Like, what's the word? How do you say it? Misconfused? Misconstrued, or like they just have like a different idea of who I am. It's so weird. But I'm super nice. I'm super
No,
cool. I love putting people on, and it's just weird.
No, I get
it's
it.
so
I get
weird.
it from the outside perspective, because I was like, remember
What's
I had
wrong
told
with
you, because I want to see how she is, because I mean I've been following you on Instagram, so I see you talk. You know, I also like follow other people, and I'm like, man, once I meet her, like you can tell with the vibe, you know, like, and I was
So
like,
how am I? I'm
you're good.
See? I passed. No, I think I'm cool too. I don't know. I think just people just get the wrong idea. Yeah.
So what do you feel like has been one of your biggest like accomplishments?
There's been many. Moving from the Valley to Houston was a big deal. Stepping out of my comfort zone, like starting brand new in a whole different city.
You moved out here by yourself?
I was 21. I moved to Austin with my sister, and I hated it. I hated Austin. I love y'all now, but I didn't like it, and I wanted to be here. And so I came here. I started working like at a law firm. And I hated it. The people that I still know some of the girls that used to work there. And
I used
like,
to work at a law firm too.
they're like, you don't belong here. And I'm like, I know. I need to be at MTV working. Like, what the hell am I doing here? And I hated it. But I finally found my way. And yeah, I'm just super happy where I'm at. But yeah, it's been a while. I moved here, went to Austin, then I came here.
So in your 20s, were you like confident too? Were you like how you are now and just like a go-getter and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like my mom. Like,
And your mom's here now? And
no, I
she's
wish
still-
she was here because I totally take Anthony to her
Where are
house.
your parents from? Mexico? Mm-hmm. What part?
Montemorelos. It's a little town outside of Monterrey.
Oh, okay. I
Nuevo
saw
León.
you went recently, right?
Yeah, my grandmother passed in
Oh,
March.
sorry to hear
yeah.
that. Well, I did, like your dad's side, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was my daddy.
Because he's,
But it was a blessing because she's old. She was older, and
Oh,
he's
really?
old. Yeah, so I mean, she lived a long life.
yeah. My mom's grandma is like still alive. Like she's, I don't like 80, 90
Your
Your
something.
mom's mom?
My mom's grandma.
What?
From El
Yeah.
Salvador. We're Salvador. My family's Salvadorian. And his family's
So that
from
means
Mexico.
what? That y'all just stay
They
old
don't
forever?
age.
They don't age? Is that
I
what it
mean,
means?
we eat nothing but seafood over there. So,
So probably.
Yeah.
Good.
No,
Healthy.
but I
That
thought
healthy life.
I thought I almost broke her arm.
because if you went to El Salvador,
How old is she?
she's like, I want to say she's like close to being 90. Honestly.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's like frail though.
Yeah, like she's super tiny,
like Mama
skinny.
Coco, right? Like
Yeah,
But
but the
you're
skinny,
so cute
the skinny,
too.
Thank you.
She's a little petite.
Yeah, like because he was gonna help her get in like the minivan that we had rented for like our family, and he said
and
that.
like I grabbed her arm and I just felt like I was gonna snap
Cracker.
it, you know? Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, like just be
my
careful, please, you know? Like I was tripping out.
And then my
I
mom
know.
was like talking to her, and she's like, ¿qué? And then my mom's like, tienes que gritarle so she can hear you. And then I'm like over here like shouting, and my mom's like, se hace, she can hear you.
Yeah, straight up, right?
They do.
I was like,
She's probably laughing at y'all in her head.
So do you go to Mexico a lot?
I have not. I hadn't gone in such a long time, and then my grandmother passed away. That's when I went back, and then I went back the next year for my other grandma. So no, I hadn't gone back since.
So it's not like you go often,
no.
right?
And so how's the family over there?
Awesome.
They're cool.
Yeah, they're cool. They're just, Mexico. It's.
Do you explain to them like what you do and stuff, or
they see it now online?
Oh, okay.
Ahora sí.
How do you feel about that?
They're like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. They're it's different in Mexico, obviously, like the lifestyle and stuff. So I was there last time, and I'm at home, so I just.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah, it's totally different. I'm asking for conchas and like, go get me some tacos. I need like I'm no makeup. I love just being there. Yeah, it's cool.
Do you ever feel like
I feel like a little girl when I'm there?
Because they treat you like they're like giving you stuff.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like, oh,
like, tráele de comer. Tráele. My tía, she's like, tráele rápido. I want. Tiene hambre esta niña, and I'm like, okay. Like, sí, tráeme.
I was gonna say, you talked about conchas. I had one of my friends was a vendor. She did like the mini conchas for I think it was like 2 years ago. She did like pink mini conchas, and I thought it was cool because she posted that she was there, and I'm like, oh my god,
I love mini conchas. Yeah. Which one was she?
Doña Conchita.
Oh yes,
like that.
she did it when Becky G was there.
Yeah. That was the one. Yeah, she did, and then she did like the mini ones because she does the ones where like. Lo cortan mitad y les pone like something in the middle.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she did it for the event.
No, she had I remember I didn't even get to taste them. So can you tell her to make me a pack? Because I did not have any. But yeah, I remember I found her online, and I don't know if she sponsored or I paid her for them. I like to try to pay a little bit.
Yeah. For the vendors?
Did she
she
sell?
was a vendor. Yeah,
she was selling. Okay, then yeah.
No, yeah, she was a vendor.
Okay.
She was there, and I remember she was posting like that she was there, and I'm like, oh my god, congratulations!
We put her stuff right by the Topo Chicos.
Okay, yeah.
We put some there. I remember.
That's pretty cool.
Also, that's like the difference then. Like, if a vendor is like, they pay you and then they make money.
So now I had to explain that today too because. Vendor, so the small business vendor is like people who are selling.
Yeah.
But then there's also vendors where I get my props.
Like sponsors.
Okay.
No.
Whoa.
A lot of times I have to pay for a lot. No, last year my event was a lot of money.
Like you paid a lot of money?
6 figures money.
What?
Yeah, it was a lot. But then we also had really good sponsors that helped pay those 6 figures, But it does cost a lot. Dude, it's a whole production.
No, yeah.
You have to come this year. You can come if you want, like Friday night. Not Saturday, you won't want to be there. It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go on a quick break, and then we'll be right back. Okay.
And we are back. So we talked about like your biggest, you said moving here was like a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
What about for your summit? Like,
oh, well, that's big. I've been doing it for 8 years. So just doing that, like elevating it every year, making it bigger. I think every year I try to surpass myself, like what I did last year.
And stress yourself out.
Yeah, like I stressed myself out. And yesterday I was driving in circles through downtown, and I had a hair appointment, but I kept going back to my office. I'm like, what the heck? Like, it was so weird, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm like thinking of work. And so, I don't even know what the question was again.
The accomplishment.
Oh, the
for your summit.
Or like, okay, let me say some like.
From the outside?
Are you like enjoying the fruits of your labor pretty much? Like the summit, everything that you've done, are you like enjoying it somehow? Have you accomplished like things that you're like, wow, I didn't know this was gonna bring me this?
Yeah, I don't think you really notice what you're doing in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know what I was doing back then when I was helping my husband, with all the Swisher House stuff and all that era. And then 10 years ago, I was just living in it, and I look back at it now. I'm like, of course, I'm super proud of myself because I just persisted. I've made friends, lost friends, but I always had that like keep it going attitude. Like I'm gonna just do me, and my focus is my husband, my son, my work, my friends.
What about like so for your summit, how is your Sunday looking like?
The day after?
The day after.
Oh man, dead tired. That Saturday night I'm like passed out already, like probably slobbing on my pillow or something. I'm just so tired. In 2021 I was tired the night before because Becky G and we had drinks the night before, and we were drinking tequila. So the next morning I was so sick. But you're talking about Sunday, so not Saturday.
Well, you can talk about Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was so dead tired, but I had to work, and I was still nice to people, you know, like, it takes a lot of energy to being around 200 and something people when you're sick. But it's just like I don't know. My Sunday is just what it's been like is like checking out of the hotel, you know, going to eat, going back home.
Do you feel like a big like set of like weight?
It's awesome.
That you're just like, okay, it's done.
Yeah, and then we go on vacation every year after the summit. That's like when I go, and Anthony's already like, Mom, that's no fair. Like I'll have like I've been off for a whole month and a half, and we can only leave after. So I think he's going to go to LA just for like a week with his sister. But the day after, yeah, it's just like more of that. But then we do go out of town, and that's a beach. I need to go.
Do you have plans for this year?
For what?
Your vacations?
No. I know. I don't even have an outfit. Okay. No, I don't have an outfit for my summit yet. So if anybody wants to send me some pink outfits, just kidding.
Because you always wear pink, right?
Yeah, I like pink.
Is that your favorite color?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be weird if it's not and everything's pink?
Yeah, it would not be me. Yeah. No, I love it. I love pink. But pink is like such a fun color, even on guys. Yeah. You should try it.
Nah, I think I'm good.
No, like you can have that black hat with like a pink.
No, they have hats with like the pink embroidery and everything. So
you have a pink hat, the superior.
And then the
hat.
Travis Scott's has pink laces.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like all pink, like Barbie style, or like Ken.
Like Ken. Hey, but Ken can pull it off.
You should try it for Halloween.
For Halloween party.
I'll be Barbie. I'll be your Barbie.
Oh, cute.
We need a wig, man, or
we actually
with the copete.
Yeah.
Have you seen Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh, yeah. Then I was gonna say the Daenerys outfit that we did, but
yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't watch hardly a lot of.
You don't watch. Busy. You're too busy for like TV.
I try to. If I sit down, I'll just
whatever your husband or your son's watching.
Yeah, and he like watches old Robert De Niro movies, or Scarface and those type of movies.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you like how you stay organized.
I don't.
Like you don't.
I'm so out.
Because I feel like I'm a very like organized person, and I try to keep my schedules in in order. But it's like, since you have all this stuff, like how do you not forget something? Or just be like, I have a podcast Friday, like with us, like.
Oh, I have to have it in my calendar. No, it's
on there, like.
Yeah. So you go based off your calendar a lot, and like appointments and deadlines. I'm assuming, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, because he goes based off like a to-do list.
That's
a checklist. It's
calendar, to-do list, and tasks or whatever.
And
like
me reminding.
And you reminding me.
How cute.
Yeah. I feel like he'll tell me, you do your to-do list, and I'm like, oh, you're right, I'm gonna do my to-do list, but I'm big on the calendar though. No, yeah, for sure.
When you look at it and you just cross it out that you've done it, that's like a big deal.
Yeah. Right. Have you ever had where for like a summit like that you forgot something and the day of you're just like, oh shit, like
last year?
Really?
Last year at 4 a.m, I was creating the screen design because my designer didn't do it, or he was asleep. And I was at 4 a.m. on Canva. Shout out to Canva creating my thing. Yeah, so I had to wake up like at 7, but I was creating like the screens of like, so there's a panel and it was sponsored by a brand. So I was creating the Jefita Bonita panel sponsored by H-E-B and putting their names, you know, making sure that that's there because we have screens there and the brands are there and they spend all this money. They need to see their name.
They need to see their name, yeah. Mm-hmm. How was that? Like your little, because you went to, I guess it was a conference for H-E-B?
Mm-hmm. It was a creator summit and they gave me this mug. Hi.
Dope.
So cute. Cheers. No, it was cool. It was the first creator summit that they've ever had, and they had like 40 or 50 influencers from the state of Texas that they work with.
Oh, from
come
Texas.
out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're only in Texas.
Yeah,
and in
they're-
Mexico.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Wait, they're in Mexico?
Yeah, in Monterrey, there's a big HEB.
Well, there's not one from where you're from.
No, that's
Where are you
There
from?
is an
Tamaulipas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tamaulipas.
no. Sign out front town.
Yeah, there is an HIB, but they
No.
Yeah. There's an HIV.
Oh my god.
because I saw it and I'm like
HEB, yeah.
HEB, but it's HIV. Like,
Yeah, that is true. That's
but
true.
it's a fast food. It's a fast food, right?
Right.
They sell like
Yeah.
chicken or something.
Yeah, they have like McDonald's, like
Yeah, no,
bootleg
they do.
McDonald's over there, Burger Kings, and all that. So.
But you know, I think that like their food is probably a little better. Like it doesn't have like all the stuff that we have in ours, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
We don't really buy like fast food over there. We buy more from like just the
It's like
tacos.
like the homegrown stuff.
Yeah. I become friends with them ladies, man, because right, I'll add them on Facebook because we
Me
have
too.
we do a toy drive in Mexico. So then I feel like I'm over there. I'm like over here Salvadorian showing up to Mexico and then just like
you look like us, girl.
I know. But where they're from, everybody knows everybody, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then they're like, well, who's that, you know?
And where in Tamaulipas?
So my mom's from Vallehermoso, and then my dad's from a small town que se llama Santa Polonia.
Okay.
And that's where
So,
we donate.
And that's
the
where we
toys.
donate the
Okay.
toys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we
Okay,
go there
cool.
and we do it out of like his parents' house, and it's like $200-300. I mean, 200-300 toys and whatever's left from the day. We go Sunday to like the smaller
Isn't that
towns.
cool how like we go back to our roots or to where our family's from to like donate?
Yeah.
My mom used to do that all the time when we were little. I remember during hurricanes, she would get, I think that's where I get it from. Like she would get things donated and fill up our car with bread and just canned goods. And we would be going to Mexico to the Rio, dropping it off to the people over there by the, you know, that got
Yeah.
their houses torn down and stuff. But there we were, like giving back, and we've always done that. Even our, you know, clothes and que le queda el niño de caro,
Yeah.
you know.
But it's crazy because we never really did that when we were younger.
Your
Like,
mom would give the supplies, but to your cousins.
Yeah, pero eso es like como just like,
To
oh, para los
help
primos
them.
de allá, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. Pero she came, and then she came up with the idea like, oh, let's take toys over
That's
there, you know.
nice.
Yeah. Well, it's
And
because
from there,
it was
ya van
like
3 años.
yeah. This year would be my 4th year gathering the toys,
cute.
but it's so hard because toys is one of the things that you can't cross without them charging
Try
you.
to get money and then buy it over there.
But see, the thing is that the toys are cheaper.
Here?
No, over there, like the material of the toy. So we buy the toys here. Like
Yeah.
I'll go to Walmart dirt cheap and get like the good toys, you know.
And that's
Even
what they
Target, like at
Yeah.
Target, like I'll go and buy like the Nerf guns like last year.
Yeah, porque like, because I feel like throughout the year they get their toys over there. They probably get luchadores that the paint's chipping off, and then for one time in a year, nosotros le llevamos like action figures that are like
Or like
good,
the Nerf
or-
guns.
Yeah,
the
or-
Nerf
or-
guns.
That's a big
or
deal.
and then we
it's like,
separate them like girls and boys.
Yeah.
That's
And then
nice, y'all.
We took 2 bikes last
Oh
year.
yeah, we
That's
got
nice.
we
you
got
know.
2 bikes donated. Like well, they sent the money and then I went to go buy the bikes. I went to Walmart and I'm like, I'm gonna get them on sale. Like
Yeah.
So then I went and then got him.
Yeah, but
And we ended up taking him over there. But see, honestly, what inspired me really was like my son
nice.
estaba chiquito, and then his cousins from over there, they're so nice to him, you know. And I'm just like, it's unfortunate that not everybody has the same luck, you know.
Well, it's not even the luck. It's like where we live.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
Yeah.
It's the whole. As soon as you cross the border, it's a different lifestyle.
You're
It's a
born
different-
to
it's
it.
Like, it's yeah. I don't think. I think yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. So then that's when
They're
we're like,
blessed. They're happy. You know, my mom says que están mejor. Like they're super happy con nada. And it's true. You see them and they're
Yeah.
just like happy-go-lucky.
no,
and
it's
just-
true because I've had toys that are like literally like my minimum is like I'll buy a minimum $5 toy, and I'll have like
Y lo aprecian.
yeah, and then they'll be the moms getting off. Escoge el más grande, you know. And the little girl's like, no, pero yo quiero la muñeca, and I'm like, pero quiere la muñeca, so she's gonna take the muñeca like that, you know.
Yes,
Pero quiere la
whatever.
muñeca.
Yeah, I'll be like, at
Let her
some
pick what
point-
she wants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at some point I was like, okay, no parents can get off, you know. I feel like now they know because I'm just like, no parents. Some of them like sneak off.
Good. That's
se bajan,
nice, though.
But I'll
Let the
literally
kids
be
be there.
carrying like all these little kids just like right? Los cargo, and I'm just like, which one do you want? Like, but how do you feel with like the planning and the giving back? Like,
it's important to give back to somebody. So last year we did. I try to do that with every sponsor that's coming in now to see if there's like a give back portion. Last year, Buchanan's, we donated like $15,000 to an organization that I chose. There was this lady here in Houston who has her own organization. So giving back where she can bring 100 people to her courses and her stuff, it's important. I think that's this year I'm doing the same thing, partnering with like Chase Bank. Chase Bank is one of our sponsors. They're doing the small business mercado, and they're sponsoring the small business mercado. Mm-hmm. But we're also giving away, like, we haven't announced it, but we're also giving away a booth for a small business vendor. And then they're doing, like, business mentorships for, like, us, people who don't know.
Yeah.
So just having that. And then there's also, I'm in talks with, like, a funeral home. Not a funeral home, but they're, like, a big corporation that does funerals. And for us, like, young folks, like, we don't plan for that. That's one thing that's going to happen. It's inevitable. We're all going to die.
I used to work at that.
But, like, you did? How was that?
It was cool. It was good money.
Like, you worked in the mortuary? Yeah, of course. Everybody dies. So it's like,
we're open 24/7.
Money.
No, I worked. I used to sell, like, the pre-arrangements for the funeral, the cemetery.
Yeah,
like,
and then she had to explain to my tío, like...
Yeah, because...
My tío's like, I'm not going to buy that. Fuck that, you know, whatever.
And
so así piensan la gente.
They already think that ya le estás echando la sal.
Literally, us Hispanics, though, my thing was, like, they're like, yo no me voy a morir. Well, what's your secret? Because I don't want to die either. You know? And then they're like, well, no es secreto, pero no me voy a morir ahorita. I'm like, ahorita no, but then...
Pero no sabemos.
Yeah, like, you never know.
And then your family's there selling plates, you know? Trying to come up with money and stuff.
And that's...
I mean, no bashing to the people that do, you know?
Como quiera. Even if you have, like, an arrangement, you're probably still going to sell plates,
Let's just try to avoid that.
And some are like... Yeah, and some are like... Oh, but I have life insurance. Oh, well, your life insurance doesn't pay for your cemetery space.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, it doesn't. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Like, it pays for your funeral arrangements, but it doesn't pay. Your family still has to come up with the money cash for the cemetery space. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. But that's pretty cool, though. It's still expensive, like, literally.
I know. And I think that even having that at the summit, even though it's like a little sad topic. Sorry, I keep hitting this. But I do want it to, like, that's a way of empowering us and investing in, like, our future. So that way we could be prepared and not leave our family with, like, a deuda.
Is it, like, big one. They're going to be, like, in a booth?
We're still talking about it. Okay. So by this time, after July 1st, we should already have it planned out.
Yeah, because I know somebody from, like, where I used to work at, too.
Where did you work?
The Dignity Memorial. Like, I used to work at the Forest Park Londo.
Okay, that's the one I think that I'm talking to.
So there, I think I have the marketing guy.
Okay, she said something about a marketing guy.
Yeah, and
I have a call with them on Monday.
Jorge?
Yeah, they're so excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, like, and they're really good, like, and they'll give out, like, if they have, like, a table, like, they give out the pens, and they do little raffles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, for
I want
sure,
it to
like,
be different
that... Well, that's how they normally do it.
Yeah, no, I'm like, no. I even thought of, like, what if we do a pink casket with... She's like, we have that. And I'm like, no, girl, we're really not going to do a pink casket.
Yeah, they do have that.
But it's more like... I know. But it's more of just, like, hey... Maybe this segment is brought to you by them. If you have any questions. Honestly, I feel like that might have a lot of questions. Like, people really might... They might feel like, okay, we're in a safe space. Let me ask. Like, how much do these things run? Like, what is the process? Is there a payment plan? Like...
There's a payment
plan. Yeah, see, we don't know that.
Yeah.
Like,
have you prearranged?
No. Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna die.
Well, if you want to prearrange, let me know. I have my tia's a manager. So.
Okay. Yeah, like I need to do that for sure.
No, honestly, like it's pretty cool that you'll have that, like, well, that it's in the...
it's in the plans. And I really want that because it's, you know, it's just...
they're going to be like, what is that doing here at the summit? Like,
yeah, and I want to do something with them during Dia de los Muertos. You know, it just ties in with that.
Oh, yeah,
that
for
is true.
Sure.
It's pretty sure dope. Right now, let's see how we can incorporate it into the Play Space app.
Yeah, because it's pretty hard. Like, it's a hard conversation to have. Especially if you're not ready for it. And then when you know,
so I'd love to have them.
So who all can go to, like, the summit?
Anybody. Girls only.
Yeah. It's really for women. It's for all women, any walk of life, black, white, Chinese, whatever. We have actually an array of like amazing multicultural women that are going to be on the panel. So if you go to Spoiled Latina Summit page, you'll see like some of the people who are on there. We have, but yeah, it's anybody. But it's, if you don't mind being around like a whole bunch of women and like pink stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I'm saying like more of a, because when
like content creators, entrepreneurs, everyday women.
I feel like people that maybe don't have anything might be a little too intimidated that they're around all these people.
Me.
Yeah, no, you have podcast. No, but also like it's a really great space for you to network. You're gonna meet people who are content creators. You're gonna meet brands. You're gonna, you're ultimately there to like network and grow. So see who can help you, or not even if you're looking for that, but it's more like finding a new friend, just building a connection. Yeah. And hearing meaningful conversations, but at the same time having fun. I like for it to be an experience. I learned that when I was at Hennessy, like what are they gonna, when you walk into the door, what are they gonna see to the right and to your left? It's that, like, oh, they see this, and oh, look over here, and it's that, oh, there's a bar over here. Oh, so it's anybody can go. If you want to go alone, you totally can. You'll make a friend. I have a lot of like wins about that. Like people show up and then they become friends with other people. You have a gift bag with tons of goodies. It's a nice bag.
I saw that you just like talked about that.
Bought the bags today, and they're so cute. You want to see them?
Sure.
No, they're so cute, and then we fill them up with like brand sponsorships. Brand sponsors donate like full size.
They are cute.
They're so cute. And it's a big bag it's gonna be full of stuff. And I try to get like, people walk out with like a nice size. It's like $200 worth of stuff. I've had beauty blenders in there. I've had like a lot of stuff. So this year we have really good stuff. I haven't announced it. I have no stuff, but
what's like
I don't even remember.
What's like your favorite thing about like the summit? Like
my favorite thing is seeing everybody have fun. People coming up to me and telling me like they're having like it's fun, and just getting everybody together, building. Yeah. Honestly, people fly into Houston now for the event. So seeing that, like them coming to my city, like I used to 10 years ago to other cities. I think I really like that.
Because this is your second year doing 2 days, right?
Yes.
So what made you do that? Like transition
from one to two? After the events, before people were like, what are we doing next? Where are we going? I'm like, I'm going home. And they wanted to go do something else. Like they wanted to keep it going. So I'm like, I should do like a retreat or do something like that. So we're going to take it on the road. We are going to take it on the road. We're going on the road to like all over Texas. Well, different spots in Texas that I really want to touch, and Miami, New York, LA, like those cities.
To do summits, like
or to do like mini summits that'll lead for them to come to July. Yeah,
that'd be really
it's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
and the brands, they are interested. They're like, okay, tell us when you want to do this. So,
and do you have like your list of like your go-to brands already?
No,
it's different all the time.
It's different all the time. Yeah, but last year I had Diageo sponsored. It was like Buchanan's. So this year they're also a sponsor. So we'll have Buchanan, Ciroc, some other liquor brands there.
Yeah. So it's okay if you have like, for example, different brands of the same like item?
Well, that Diageo houses those 4 brands.
Oh, okay.
So those vienen juntos. Yeah, they come. They're like, hey, we're going to sponsor, but Buchanan's is going to be like the lead. And then we're going to still have Ciroc. We're still going to have Don Julio. But this is what we're really going to, it's going to be more green instead of pink. Because of Buchanan.
Yeah.
So you're available though. Like I'm thinking like, well, when these girls go to this summit, like are they thinking to themselves like, oh, I'm gonna meet her, or is it like
okay, so they always meet me. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they always meet me.
Because I was gonna say that, like, are you like approachable at the event, or are you just like running around?
Do you know who Melina is? Vega? Mm-mm. So she was a blogger that went to my event in 2021. She went by herself. She met a friend. And then she went up to me and like said hi. And that was the day that I was like dying. Like I was so sick. But I was still like, I remember her. I go, what do you do? She goes, I'm a TikToker. And I'm like, I want to be a TikToker too. And she has a video that she posted about going to my event and going to a different event. And like the difference between that other event and my event. And not to say, but she gave a really good like observation of going. Like I was approachable. I think I am. I'm just an everyday girl. Like I just have this brand that I started, but I think that's the misconception is they see me as like not available. That I'm gonna be hard. But I'm really cool. Was I hard to approach?
We're just limited.
she just stays busy. She's a busy girl.
Yeah. Exclusive. That's what
but she's still cool though.
Yeah. No, I'm cool. So yes, I try to say hi to everybody because I do know that. I remember I had somebody who was managing me, and we had Suzette coming. It was 2018, and he's like, "They're not coming to see you. They're coming to see her." And I was just like, bitch. Like watch, because I already know, like I know I built like these are my friends online, you know. So when he showed up and he saw like there was a line of people waiting for me to take pictures or to meet me, like that's when he knew, like, oh my god, like she's
spoiled Latina.
Like I mean people know who I am. Pero sí me cayó gordo that he said that. Like, no, you know, so it's, for me, that's like, I have to show and prove a lot, that too.
Yeah. Do you feel like, well, let's go on a quick break so you can reset him.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is that do you feel like you have to prove yourself a lot? One, because you're a woman, and then because you're Latina.
Yes, and because yes, and because I'm not from here, and
like from Houston.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, but I mean,
who knows? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
All day long. I know these are my streets. Like I used to come out here like a long time ago. I used to remember way back a long time ago. My friend had friends that lived out here in Edgebrook. I don't know if it was on that side or this side, but every time I would come out here, it smelled like sneeze.
Like sneeze?
You know, I know, it's so weird. It's a weird smell. I was like, what the fuck? It just smells like sneeze. I'm like, why does it smell like sneeze? I don't know, but it didn't smell like sneeze outside today. But yeah, I remember coming out here. That's what I remember. It just smelled like after like a sneeze. I don't know. Just like baba.
Oh, like baba? Imagine baba like in the air. That's kind of crazy.
Well, have you been to New Orleans?
Yes.
To Bourbon Street?
Yeah.
That
smells gross.
Yeah, that's gross.
Like piss.
Yeah, that's like 6th Street.
Straight up. Yeah.
No, I think Bourbon's probably worse.
I think it was also close to, like, later I found out that it was close to, like, we were close to, like, the
refineries and stuff? Oh, okay.
So that's what it was. I'm like, those things.
Or
it's probably
the people. Or the drunks.
Yeah,
No, we were, like, on a street. Like, kicking it. Listening to DJ Screw. And I was like, what is this?
Do you feel like your Spanish is really good? Like, top notch? No?
It's not.
I would think you would speak really good Spanish.
Yeah, I mean, the times you spoke in Spanish now, so bien.
Yeah, but no, put me on Univision and I flop.
Like Univision?
Yeah. No, pues like it's
Univision, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What did I say?
No,
you said it in English.
Oh.
Yeah, Univision.
Sí, por eso. They can't. Yeah, sorry.
I was like, wait.
I would have said Telemundo in Spanish.
Well, yeah. I like
Telemundo.
Yeah.
Telemundo.
Yeah.
Telemundo.
Yeah. I mean, I like that I speak Spanish. I mean, yeah, do you like
speak it?
Oh, lo puedo hablar muy bien, you know.
Like, muy bien, but that's still us. We don't speak like these Venezuelans.
No,
yeah. So it's like, okay,
I feel
so
like
we
ashamed when I'm on those shows. Like, I'm like,
Erica was from Monterrey, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know where she's from, but.
Oh, fuck. Well, I forgot. Pero, yeah, so we had a guest, and then she was like, oh, well, my cousins speak like very fresa.
Ah, sí.
So it's like bien.
Sí.
Yeah. O sea, yeah.
Perdete en el bosque or something like that, right?
Yeah. And then I spoke Spanish the way I speak it, and then she's like, okay, that's naco, you know? But I'm like,
Soy
I'm not
naca, güey.
But yeah, but that's how I speak the Spanish. Like, I see very like slang Spanish.
Yeah, because we're from here. We're not like from there. We're by the border. I think that's also what it was.
Yeah.
And because we mix, it's like Spanglish.
See?
For me, it's like nothing but Spanglish. So
yeah. It's
but
cool.
I mean, I like it. Shit.
Yeah.
I understand it.
Does your
and
son?
I speak it. I know how to write it.
Does your husband and your son?
My son does not speak it, but he
understands
he could read it and sing it. Well, he can read it.
Oh, I think
but if
I've
he
seen
sings
you.
it, like he'll see. Se lo aprende. And I'm like, Anthony, come on, learn this song. He's like, Mom, like it's too fast. It was like a Kristen of that song.
Yeah.
But I try to teach him. But no,
That's
he doesn't
cool.
know Spanish, and my Spanish is okay. It's not the best.
I feel like the times you've spoken like on social media, it sounds pretty good. No, you don't sound like
Even right now,
takes.
like the little.
it doesn't
things,
sound like
phrases. No soy todo like.
botched. Like
Yeah.
Pues I haven't said that much either. Pues, sí.
pues
That's true.
nomás una palabra de aquí,
Yeah.
yeah. So with that being said, this will be dropping like the week before the summit.
Right?
Okay.
Do you have anything that you want to like tell them?
Yeah. What do I want to tell them? I want them to go to the summit. If you've never been, it's definitely a great opportunity to go invest in yourself. The ticket is $249. But it also includes, like I said, the gift bag that has items worth over $200. It's a gift bag that you can reuse. It's an awesome bag. But then there's free food, free drinks, there's networking opportunities, there's workshops, there's breakout sessions. So there's different content creators that you're going to see, brands, just people that you see online and you want to connect. It's an opportunity for you to meet a new mentor. What else? It's just fun. I'm making it sound like boring, but it's really fun.
It's a fun networking.
Yeah, it's a fun networking thing. And then also, I'm really like busting my ass to make experiences. So the people that I'm like on the phone with and I'm like, oh my God, this would be great. Like, yes, I want that on this big screen. So that way there's these, without giving so much, I'm just doing a lot. So that way there's value in like you going and spending a Saturday there for 8 hours. Essentially, I don't want you to leave, so I want you to do this. I want this to happen. I want that to happen. So you're like, oh, I don't want to leave because at 4:00 is this, and you know. So it's creating that. It's a lot of hard work. Every year it's grown, so I just want more people to see like what we're doing. The Latinas are doing here in Houston. We're not just, you know, what they think of us here in Houston, and we have to show and prove to these brands that we are hot, we are loyal, we're here. And I think that's what I really want people to see, is that we are here. Like, let's be seen. Come out there. If you really want to pursue something, you might meet somebody in that field. I'm available for questions. You know, I'm open. I talk in my DMs to people.
She's approachable, guys.
I'm approachable. Yeah, like no, but yeah, I really want them to come because it's a team of like super amazing creatives. There's architects on the team planning out like what it's gonna look like, like the space. Yeah, so just come out, support us, support the Latinas, support the Latina community. And it's not even the Latinas, it's like multicultural. So there's Black girls on there. It's important for my son to see himself on stage too, and my husband to see, you know, representation on there because he does pop up. But I do want that. I have Black girlfriends. I have white girlfriends. So I want them to be able to see that. It's just women.
Like women empowerment.
You just gotta like the Latin culture because we're here.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be there. Like, we're gonna have Latin songs, and yeah, it's just so fun. Search it online. SL Summit or Spoiled Latina Summit or...
I mean, the Instagrams will be in the description below, guys. So y'all make sure to check that out.
Everything links and all that. So
yeah, because you moved your tickets to like your own website.
Yeah, and I've been getting a lot of messages like, "Hey, your tickets are sold out." And I'm like, "They're not." Go to my page. It's on the Jefita Bonita. I basically connected it to my site, so that way, the ticketing system was different on with my site, and I wanted to keep it like I did last year, but I was so in a hurry to push these tickets out that I just did it on there. So I switched it over. It's correct on the website. You can still go and purchase tickets. We just did a giveaway today for Bestie Day. We're probably still going to do a couple of other giveaways, but try to go. Bring your friends, bring your mom. Like, it's cool for your moms.
to experience
it too, you know, because it's a day to hang out with her, and she gets to hear like perspectives, the younger perspectives, how we're thinking, para que entienda, like her daughter.
Yeah.
Or, you know, and then also in the past, I've had my mom on the panel, and Chingo Bling's mom and Donkey Mom's mom. And so it was like a Échale Ganas Mija panel. I really would love to bring it back, but I'm probably going to do it for another time. But it's like they see themselves too.
Yeah.
You know, I just love that. So bring your mom. I definitely suggest bring your mom, bring your cousins. Even if you have like kids who are like at least 16 and up, you can bring them too, so that way they can see that. They're just not going to be able to go in like the Corona area or the Buchanan's, but you know, they still got to take part of the food and the experience, the gift bags, tons of photo ops. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's dope. I do have one last question.
Yeah.
So as you started like this journey, did you ever have like a mentor, or did you just do it by yourself?
I probably gained, when I first moved to Houston, I had a friend who was like my mentor. I looked up to her. She like had a really cool job. Nothing in like MySpace, but she was just super cute, and she had her shit together. So I would ask her for advice. But when I really got with Hennessy, my old boss, she's still like somebody that I can reach out to and ask her questions. But she taught me, that's really where I got a lot of game. It's like, hey, Yvonne, you're not going to work here with us for the whole, you know, for your whole life. So while you're here, build your brand outside of Hennessy. So while I was going out there, I'm like, I'm Yvonne. I work with Hennessy. I got some money for you, but remember me. Because I'm going to come back and I might not be with Hennessy, but I still need you to get me in the door. Or, you know what I mean? And I was just super cool with them too. Like, I would take gifts. It's all about like being personable, also being approachable, like having fun, joking with them, working with like for me, it was like, she always said that you better talk to these bus boys. Like, those are the ones going to clean your table. So I'm like, Juan, like, what you doing? It was like the busboy, the Mexican boys, you know, the ones from forever, and coming and cleaning these tables. But I'm like, hey, te traje algo, and I would give them like a Hennessy hat. And so now they see me throughout the years. Everybody, all the people that I worked with, I have a really good relationship still, because it's all about like, after you leave, you're still your name, you know, it's still you. So
like, you're you at the end of the day.
Yeah. So that was one of the biggest takeaways, was build your brand regardless of who you're working for. Always just have, you know, they're going to respect you regardless if you do good work. So
yeah.
And do you mentor anybody?
Yeah, I mentor a lot of people. Everybody that's ever worked with me, I think I give them some kind of game. Yeah, I do that a lot. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, and I still have like people who, I know one girl who we mentor each other. You know, it's like, how are you, like, I don't know. I have so much like stress sometimes that I feel like I'm giving it to her, but then I'm like, wait, calm down. Like, ask her how she's doing first.
Yeah.
How you doing? Like, how was your day? Before I go off but no, I think that's, it's important to mentor and teach, because I've been doing it for so long. I can't do it I have to teach other people to do it. So that's really like the summit is doing that, giving back.
And you
in that
still
way.
always, I mean, you always want to be teachable too, no matter, I mean, knowledge is
there's just so much to share. Like, the summit is cool, but there's still so much that I want to like, there's so much, like how to ask for money, how to, you know,
I would think that'd be the hardest thing. Like,
it was hard, but it's,
now you're like used to it.
Yeah. Well, it's so hard, you know, because some people are like, oh, no, we're not going to be able to. But you're like, wait. You have to. Let's find a way. Like, my people are expecting you to be there. Yeah, especially if I worked with you all year long and now you're not going to show up. Like, no, you have to.
Yeah, that was that was a good one. We can make that a clip. But I guess with that being said, did you have any other questions?
I think we've covered everything. I mean,
Thank
you. Did you have anything you wanted to mention, or that was like,
no,
you're good with that?
That's it. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming. I'm super glad that we were able to like pick your brain and just have a conversation with you. And with everybody watching, don't forget to subscribe, follow, give us like this.
Thumbs up.
A thumbs up, yeah. Un me gusta.
Man, I'm hoping that by this time we're at 1,000 subs.
Oh yeah, we're super close to
Yeah,
reaching
so-
1,000 subscribers.
Oh, that's nice.
YouTube.
YouTube.
You know, we got Instagram. We
I should
have
buy
the
you a bottle. Oh, I have a
TikTok.
bottle of Bucanas. Do you want a bottle?
I'll take a bottle.
I have it in the car. I'll give you one. Shout out
But-
Bucanas.
Yeah, shout out Bucana. Shout out to you, Yvonne. Again.
Buchanan's.
It's Buchanan?
Sorry. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it is
Buchanan's.
Buchanan's,
Mexicans,
but we
we're
say
like
Bucanas. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Right? It's like,
Well,
Bucana.
I've
Sorry.
always heard it Bucanas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bucanita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is Buchanan's.
With
So
some Sprite.
again, thank you so much
No,
for
thank
coming. And again, guys, don't forget to subscribe and give us a follow.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. That's it. Peace.